Roma flipped through her father's notes, filled with maps and cryptic symbols. What had he been hiding? The artifact glimmered beside her, its purpose still a mystery. Unaware, Roma didn't notice the men sneaking closer to the safe house. Their intentions were clear. They wanted the artifact, and they wouldn't stop until they had it. With a crash, the door gave way. Roma jumped, clutching the artifact. The men rushed in. She had no time. It was fight or flee, and she chose to flee. Roma found a narrow escape hatch and squeezed through just as the men reached her. She was out, but they were right behind her, closing in. Roma dashed through an ancient tunnel beneath the city. The footsteps behind her grew louder. She had to keep moving. There was no turning back now. Roma's heart pounded. She reached a dead end. With nowhere to run, she frantically searched for a way out. The walls closed in as the men neared. At the last second, she found a hidden door, almost invisible in the stone. She slipped through, the door closing behind her just as her pursuers arrived. Roma emerged onto a rooftop, gasping for breath. But she wasn't alone. Her supposed ally stood there, waiting. The betrayal was clear in his eyes. "You can't win this, Roma," he said coldly. "Join me, and you'll have everything you ever wanted." Roma's grip tightened on the artifact. She would never trust him. Instead of responding, Roma turned and sprinted toward the edge of the rooftop. Without looking back, she leaped into the night, risking it all. She crashed into a narrow alley, bruised but alive. Her chest heaved as she stood. She had escaped, but her enemies were still on the hunt. As Roma caught her breath, a hooded figure stepped out of the shadows. "I know what you're running from," they whispered. "And I can help." Roma didn't have time to hesitate. She had no other choice.